Hello, and welcome to the unboxing and review of the At&t ZTE Z431. I'm making this review because I am extremely satisfied with this phone, and I will get more into it after we open it and see what's inside. So, I got this from Best Buy for $30, which is a very good price for a phone of this. For a phone like this. I mean, there was a flip phone there for $10 more. One of those old little, flip phones. So, really good deal on this phone. So yeah, let's go ahead and open it. So, inside we have the phone. We have a charger. Now, cool thing about this Go phone, this has a micro USB instead of like some custom little charging thing that nothing else is compatible with. This is your regular Android charger, your micro USB. So very universal. This is quite nice. You have a little Go phone SIM card, but I won't be using that. Under this we have your user guide in English and Espanol. We have quick start guide on easy activation if you don't know how to use a phone, and then we have phone and feature guide. I did not look through this because I just played with it myself and found out some things, but there's a lot that this phone can do versus other Go phones that I've ever used. I am presently surprised with the quality of the phone. The build quality is very nice. It feels it feels pretty heavy. Well, not heavy, but it feels like a good sturdy phone, On the inside we have your ZTE 1000 milliamp battery, you have your SIM card slot, and you have a micro SD card slot that supports up to 32 gigabytes, which is a nice feature. Also on the back you have a 2 megapixel camera that shoots camera and video, and then you have your speaker. You have, of course, your micro USB port. On the top, which is also very nice, you have a headphone jack, a standard 3.5mm headphone jack. Now, a lot of Go phones and a lot of older phones of this kind of style, they have the charger and headphone jack as the same thing, which is pretty lame because no one's going to go out and just buy the adapter to use that. They'll just use their iPod. But this has the regular headphone jack, which is very nice. And on the side, you have the volume rocker. And then you have a designated camera button right here. So let's go ahead and turn the phone on. If my camera would frickin' focus. Come on. Come on. Okay. Well, on the front here it's locked. There, the screen's locked. So here's your regular display right here. It's very nice. The screen is 320 megapixels by 240. Which is pretty standard for a phone of this size and the screen of this size. But it's really nice and vibrant, and the colors are really bright, and just a pretty good quality, like a really nice quality screen for this phone. Up here, of course, you have your regular logos. You have this is showing me that I have an SD card in. Your battery life. The battery life, I've been playing with this all day, and it's been just fine. They say it can last for about 9 days on standby. I don't know very many phones that actually do that, so I'm not sure about that yet, but it has a pretty good battery on it because it doesn't use too much power. So cool things about this phone. First, you'll see the buttons right here. This is a multitasking window. This phone has multitasking. Like, it's a Go phone. Come on, they never do that. This is really cool, so you can go between your idle screen. You have your main menu. The main menu is pretty standard for a Go phone. You have basic essentials. You got your messaging, your navigating, email, a few apps. They have an app center. I don't have data on my phone, but whatever. If you do, go for it. You have your stuff. You have your address book. You have settings. So pretty standard menu. Let's actually go back into that. The messaging. This is very interesting for a Go phone. Unlike any Go phone I've ever used, or any non-smartphone, should I say, I've ever used, and I've used quite a few, all the messages are always like one message per, it's like one message per thing. It's not a full conversation. But this phone, it saves just like a smartphone. It saves, all your contacts as one, and it shows the full conversation. I mean, this is really, really cool as far as, a non-smartphone. Because, I mean, I was using a phone, I just bought this today, using another phone that every message was its own thing, and you had to go back and through. It's really, I just don't like non-smartphones. But this surprised me, and I was very happy with it. And of course, it sends like multimedia and everything. So down here you have your text, you have your person, and then you have all your features down here, which is nice to have right there instead of going into like an options menu. So enough about texting. In my stuff you have music. It has a great music player on it that I've been using. But unlike everything else in the phone, this takes a little time to refresh because it's loading, a couple of gigabytes of music at the moment. But it doesn't take too long. Everything else in the phone is very speedy and very, very quick to use. So you have, playlists, artists, genres, albums, folders. Your folders, if you put folders on your SD card for, for all your artists that you have on there, you can go through that, or you can just go through the artists, which is nice. So it's, just like a regular smartphone or an iPod. All your artists are saved in little things, and then, the speaker on the phone is quite nice too. And I'll go ahead and play something I made. Turn this guy up here. I like it. The music player itself on the front screen, it has like a little record album thing. It doesn't show the album covers as from what I've seen. I'm not sure if I have to actually upload, like the JPG or anything, the JPEGs for it to actually work, but I like the little record player. It's a neat touch. Down here you have your regular options. You have you can set it as your ringtone, minimize. You can minimize this so it plays in the background, which is cool. You got your repeat to shuffle. It has an equalizer, which I've never seen on, a non-smartphone. I don't know about other ones, but from what I've used, it's very nice, and it does respond to the equalizer, which is cool. And then you have your shuffle and your play all and everything. So pretty standard music player. But okay, let's just not. Okay. Well, it doesn't want me to stop, but whatever. So, other than music, you got your ringtones. You can set any ringtone you want. You can put it on the SD card if you want. Since it has that micro USB, it's real easy to put anything you want on this phone, which I like a lot. So, other than that, you have your pictures. I have like, like 460 pictures on here just from the SD card, but the actual photo gallery is really nice because the screen is pretty nice. The colors are all there. My camera is not really doing it justice at the moment, but for most of the pictures here, they look really crisp in person, and that's a nice touch because, I'm carrying around a $30 phone. I don't expect much, but this actually does pretty well. And then it has a video player and everything. I don't have just a basic video to show you at the moment. I have some of my personal stuff, but I'm not going to show that on camera. In tool, okay, so this is in all your stuff, right? So it's in the my stuff folder. Down from there, here's your camera, which can also get there by the designated camera button, but I was already there, so whatever. It has functionality of taking pictures and of taking videos. Through the camera you can see it's just a regular VGA camera. It's 2 megapixels, so it's nothing to sneeze at, but it's a Go phone and it was 30 bucks, so hey, that's not too bad. And that's in the camera option. Then you have your recording. It has 4 times zoom, which is, I don't know, pretty standard for a phone camera. In your options menu, you can change brightness, you can contrast, you can change, little white balances, everything, pretty standard for a camera, but it's a pretty good camera. I like it from what I've used. And the file manager, it does it just like a smartphone. It goes through all your things on the phone. The phone itself only has like 60 megabytes of storage, so don't even think about putting all your stuff on there. Get an SD card, and you'll have everything. You see, I got it out of my Android because I had to get this phone because my Samsung Infuse decided, hey, let's not read SIM cards anymore. So that's why I got this phone in the first place. But this phone is very nice. And I was very surprised at how nice it is. And in your address book, you have your regular contacts and everything. That's not anything out of the ordinary. Your display settings. You have, it's pretty much everything that a phone like this would have. So none of this is really different. Yeah. So, and then if you go in here, you have your little quick menu, you have your messages, camera, and you can customize all this yourself. Yeah. So that was, the AT&T ZTE Z431. I don't really have anything else to show you. I guess I could show you the keyboard real quick. The keys are raised. If you can see that, all the letters are raised, and it makes it really nice to text on. The other phone that I was using before this, not the Infuse, but I had another non-smartphone that I was using, and the keyboard was awful, which is why I wanted to buy this. I gotta text something really quick here. I can't really do this without watching the phone. This is pretty hard. But, it's for a button keyboard, regular QWERTY keyboard, this is a really nice keyboard. And with the raised buttons, that just adds to the easiness of, texting faster and sending the message quicker. Yeah, that's about it. So you can pick this up at Best Buy for 30 bucks, Walgreens for 50 bucks, so why would you pay 20 bucks extra? You can get this online for around 20 or 30 on Amazon, and if you're interested, I am very pleased with the phone. I'm going to use it for when I go overseas this summer, and so that's also a good option rather than bringing a smartphone just in case. And yeah, it's a nice phone. Right. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Whatever. I've never made a review before, but hey, have a good day.